Hey, it's Mr. Johns. I'd love to share with you another one of my fun hobbies that I have been doing for a couple years now. I wish I would have started when I was younger, but I was not a Lego builder. I was a kid that was outside running around most of the time. But now, in my older teen years, I'm able to purchase and play with the toys that I missed out on when I was younger. So we're gonna start with the first year of Lego Speed Champions. These cars came out in 2015 and they partnered with manufacturers from some of the biggest manufacturers in the world of car makers to come up with cars that had the look, the color, and the fun factor of those cars. So let's start first with the Ferrari LaFerrari. And so this is a car that has the styling, the shape, the color of the Ferrari, all red with some stickers for the exhaust and for the lights and for some other little touches here and there. Removable windshield with the driver on the inside, and super fun little car. It has 164 pieces, and you could have purchased this in 2015 for $14.99. Not so much anymore. If you buy them after the fact, you are between $100 and $300 for each of these vehicles. Secondly, it's the Ferrari 458 GT2. Oh, Italia. Ferrari 458 Italia GT2. Now I should remember that because the Italian colors run down the middle of the car, and you'll see some flags on the side as well. The green, red, and white of Italy. And so this is the GT2 version of the Ferrari. And so it's a race car. It's got the movable spoiler on the back. It's got all kinds of decals and sponsors around the vehicle, and race number 51, and of course removable windshield with the racer on the inside. So that is another fantastic example. Oh, I see he's missing a taillight, so I need to track down that little taillight and get that back on. So that is the Italia. Next up, the McLaren P1. This is a bright yellow McLaren P1. I love the black, smooth black headlight fascia, and then on the back as well, it's got the black fascia for the taillights with stickers to represent the taillights. And so black stickers on the side and removable. Oh, my driver's missing. He took a break, so I need to find him. And this car, 168 pieces, was also $15. They were all $15 except for these two in the back here. And it is the first McLaren P1 in the series. Next up, the Porsche 918 Spyder, the gray Porsche 918 Spyder. And so this one has a kind of a T-top. Well, not even really a T-top. I guess it's a convertible. A T-top would have a bar down the middle, but his helmet sticks up too far for any kind of top here. So it is a convertible. And this Porsche is a Spyder with really cool detail on the rear bumper, and of course the Porsche emblem on the front, and just a super cool looking vehicle. I love how it's got the grill kind of air intake or whatever that is on the back of the where the engine would be on a Porsche, and I think it's, even in gray, it's a gorgeous car. All right, so the McLaren Mercedes pit stop kit. That's what this thing is back here. And back in 2015, this would cost you $50. Oh, sorry, $30. $30, what a deal. So you got the car and some minifigs and a pit stop area with machinery and the ability to swap out the front end of your car, the tires of your car, to add some air to the tires. And you've got your pit crew here. All this for $30 back in 2015, and that is the MP429. McLaren and Mercedes partnered together, and these are real life cars, by the way. They partnered together to race in the Formula Series, and this is the Lego version. So no windshield on these. This is just an open cockpit race car. So it kind of blows my mind that this was $30. I paid a little bit more than that. So let's slide that off to the side. And we're going in order of the kit numbers. And so the Ferrari LaFerrari was 75899. The Ferrari Italia was 75908. The yellow McLaren 75909. The Porsche Spider 75910. McLaren Mercedes Pit Stop 75911, which brings us to the Porsche 911 GT finish line. And this kit gave you 2 different cars, and 551 pieces. There were 332 pieces in the McLaren Pit Stop. 551 pieces in this, and I don't have the entire finish line kit that came with it, just the cars on this one for now. But these 2 Porsche GTs are absolutely gorgeous. And so we have a orange and white Porsche. This one's a hybrid. It says hybrid on the tail, which is interesting because it also has a Mobil 1 oil logo on the bumper. So it's a hybrid. So it's between half gas, half electric, and a super pretty car with the orange and white. Porsche Intelligent Performance on the side, 2 exhaust pipes in the middle, sticking out the back, and of course removable windshield, as all of them have. So you can see the driver there, and so that's the orange and white. This is just the 911. Again, same sticker, Porsche Intelligent Performance, and just kind of a cool white and gray scheme for the paint, and gorgeous looking car with Porsche on the rear spoiler. All right, so that brings us to the last one, which is 75913. This thing in 2015 was $100. And to track this down now, I had a really hard time. And honestly, I was just trying to find the car. I was gonna collect just the cars, and that's still my goal. I really don't care for the extra stuff that much. I want to display these cars, but I could not find just this car. It always came with the truck. Anywhere from, $150 for some kits that were missing parts, all the way up to, gosh, I saw $500-600, and I think I saw one over $1,000 in its original package unopened, which is ridiculous. So I think this was about $180 for this kit, and you end up with, this has 884 pieces, and most of that is the truck. The car is very similar to the Mercedes McLaren. It's kind of your standard Formula car. This is an F14, a Ferrari F14, and this is called the Scuderia Ferrari truck. And the cool thing about the truck, not to dismiss the car because it's a great looking vehicle, but the truck has the ability to separate, and so you build the truck first, and it even has a little hitch area and a catch so that it slides and then stops right here. Just really cool. A driver and a navigator in the cab of the truck. A lot of details and decals as well. These are the side mirrors that you can slide up and down, and some air, I guess these would be air hookups for the air brakes in the back on a truck like this. So let's get to the truck. I'm gonna rotate this around so you can see the other side. One thing that's cool is, I'll bring it back around the way it was. this little knob right here actually raises the hitch. So you can back the car into the truck and then raise the hitch so you can drive away. And so you bring it in, drop the hitch, and drive the truck away. So Lego, as always, has an incredible playability factor. They're not just build and display. They all have the ability to change the racers out, change the helmets, change the clothing, hats, glasses, things like that, and mix and match if you want. Now I'm trying to keep it original, and so I'm not going to be doing that with these, but it's just always good to know there's quite a bit of playability. All right, so let's start with the obvious thing. The back here is the ramp, and so it folds down. You want to make sure you fold it out and down at the same time, and this becomes the ramp, which really is too steep in reality, but with a little bit of help, this car slides right into the back of the car and folds back up like that. And then what I like is that there's handles that open up. So you get to the race, you can open up your car, and you can also open up your little shop that comes next to it. So the shop has extra parts, has computer screens, has extra wheels, and a trophy and some things up here. And I like the fact that there's a little button. I've never used it, so I'm going to use it for the first time. Whoop, put my hitch back up. For the first time, I'm going to see if it works. There's a little moving part here which pushes the car out. And I don't know whether I push it hard enough, it actually will launch it. Let's try it. It works. So, hey, that's cool, right? So Lego playability. And what a great display piece with the car in it or not in it. You can load up your, oh, all the way around. Duh. Close those up, put the hitch back up, and then back down, and then I can drive away. So that's how I'll be displaying the car and truck. I probably will put it on a shelf with these up, and then these cars will have their own shelves as well in my hobby shop. So 2015, and they've done Speed Champions every year since. Now the difference is later on, after making a bunch of these, they switched to a wider and bigger vehicle. I have built one of those. I have another one pending, but I still prefer this size. Why that is? This is the size that goes with Lego buildings, Lego sidewalks, Lego streets. It's the correct size. So these are 6 studs wide. And so if you look at the bottom, you can count how many studs there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's called a 6 stud wide Speed Champion. Quite a few years later, they went to an 8 stud wide car, which are supposed to have more detail because you can fit more pieces in a little bit larger car. And they're great, but they just aren't the right size. One of the disadvantages to these, not a great example because my guy is missing. One disadvantage is you can only fit one minifig in a car. They're just not wide enough for 2 people. Whereas the new 8 wide stud cars are wide enough for 2 people. But still, I like to keep my Legos to scale to go with all the buildings. And so I'm going to work on collecting all of these first, and then we'll see. So, hey, once I get all the 2016s built and organized, I'll shoot out another video to show you what Lego came out with in 2016 for Speed Champions. But we've got McLaren, we've got Porsche, we've got Ferrari. Pretty amazing bunch of cars for 2015. So for now, Mr. Johns is out.